made tons of money. I killed it. It was great. I thought, perfect. We'll just double it and we'll have 4 teams and 4 teams of
Two
stagers,
drivers.
2 delivery teams.
Hmm.
I am still now attempting to get to 4 consistent jobs every single day.
Hmm.
And I now have 27 people.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really important thing that we understand that growth requires, it's not as simple as it looks on paper.
It
It
doesn't happen
requires
overnight.
a ton of systems, a ton of support staff, market shifts, things change,
Yep.
all of a sudden, none of our, well, first of all, COVID hit.
Mm.
That year, I think we bought 250 desks because all of a sudden we're doing off desks in every room, work from home. And everyone else, desk, desk,
A lot
desk.
of desks.
Yeah, a lot of desks and chairs.
Yep.
And, also it seemed like it happened all in one year that everyone got rid of carpet. There's wood
Yep.
floors in every single room. So rugs,
Area
huge
rugs,
room.
which are
There's a big area
extremely
for rugs.
expensive,
So
like
expensive
more than a chair.
and hard to keep clean. So there's
Yeah.
systems for that. And then it seemed like also in one year, a long time ago, but it was all about that dark wood. And then it
Mm.
went to light wood in one year. And it was like, I remember Megan and I literally standing there saying, oh, we have to get rid of all of this now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, it hits you like a ton of bricks. So there's
Yeah.
always something. And I remember saying to Dean at the end of the year, one of those years, and I said, well, but that happened this year. He said, it was always going to be something. And he's
Yeah.
right. Every single year there's been something.
Yeah.
So I think, in terms of planning, that was a big wake up call, is being able to navigate that, understanding that. And the biggest lesson for me in that was middle management. Middle
Mm.
management is important. I was I think with even the 2 jobs a day, I probably should have been around the team more. I think I was listening a lot to work on the business, not in the business.
Yes.
And I was trying to be, my best and highest use is being in front
Yep.
of clients and checking the jobs at the end of the day, right? But my team didn't have the support. And it really caused a lot of problems in terms of company culture, all kinds of
Mm.
things that are really, we're still sometimes trying to climb out of a little bit,
I
though
could see that.
sort of a backslide sometimes. And I'm still trying to find ways to make 27 to 35 people, depending on the time of year, feel like I'm here to support them. I can't talk to every single one of them every single day, plus the
No.
clients, plus, plus, plus.
No.
So we're trying to find systems and hierarchies and train our leads to understand that they are the ambassador of our culture and all those things.
Hmm.
I drastically underestimated that. And I believe that the biggest consequence is that my intentions with my employees were misunderstood for a little while. And it's really
Hmm.
tough to come back from that. And it's really painful to think about it, to look back and sort of go, gosh, they don't realize how much I really, care and want to be there. And so I try to do a better job now of being present, having that messaging there. Um, just sometimes little things,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's as simple as when you walk in, smiling and saying someone's name so that they know you
Exactly.
know them and see them.
Yeah.
But just it can be all over the map, and I'm not perfect at it at all. But I try. I'm trying to. It's something I have in my mind always to try and get better. Not having middle management sooner was, I would say, one of the bigger mistakes I've made in my company, and it's made such a huge difference to have good people that can be at a higher level, and that
That
can
could
provide
be
support.
supportive, encouraging, and
Yeah,
fulfill that need for
be
you.
my proxy.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
that's the big.
Everybody needs that. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, not everybody has the budget or hasn't
No,
gotten to the point of that. So,
it's tough.
yeah.
I got lucky in a few ways. My operations manager right now just started with us as an assistant, and
Mm.
I identified her. Actually, a different team member, a former team member, identified her strong suit and said, "I think she'd be great in the warehouse." So we moved her into the warehouse, and then we saw how much people were going to her, almost like team mom, going to
Yeah.
her asking questions. And then at a certain point, I said, "I think you're our operations manager." And so,
That's cool.
yeah, and
That
I
must make her feel so amazing too to know like she started just as an
hope
assistant and look at where
so.
she is now. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing more fulfilling as an employee than your boss recognizing that you're capable and giving you more responsibility, at
I
least
hope
for me. And
so.
you know, like
Yeah.
I noticed that when you put somebody in a role that makes them feel bigger than themselves, like, I don't
Mm,
know. I feel
that's
kind
a
of
great way to say that.
yeah,
Uh,
it sounds like that's what you did for her when you said the whole, she became like the team mom, you know, like
yeah.
that must have made her feel so good to know that she went from being an assistant to the person that everybody's coming to ask all of the
Yeah.
questions, and you were able
It's
to gift
naturally
that to her.
just who she is. She's got 4
Yeah.
boys, and she's that person.
In
I think
general,
it would
yeah.
have been harder for me to put something out on Indeed and
Yes.
find that I can't imagine how I could have done that because I didn't even really know what the role looked like yet.
Yeah.
And so that was very fortunate. It's funny when you said make them feel bigger than themselves. That's kind of what I was trying to say about when I won the awards.
Ah.
Myself. That's the same feeling.
Yeah, I could see that. But kind of
Yeah.
an outer body experience
Oh,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
Still,
Like, am
it
I really
doesn't hit
here?
the
Am I
edge.
really on this stage?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do kind of wish I could have a redo on the stage moment, but
Hey, it was
I'm
very
saving
cute.
surprise.
Well, we're wrapping up
Okay.
almost 2 hours now. So,
Wow.
thank you so much for everybody who
So,
listened all the way until the end. I hope that you learned so much from Ashley. I know that I did. And if you're a RISA member, pop on over to the members only section of the RISA website. And we are going to dive a little bit deep into 2 or 3 more questions that were submitted by members. And Ashley, before we log off, is there anything that you want to say to somebody who's just starting out in staging?
yes.
Let's hear it. What would you like to
Absolutely.
tell them?
Okay, so this is kind of unorthodox. I used to be a writer, and
Oh,
I wrote when I saw this question, I wrote something, and I think when it's something so important, I get my thoughts out better. Can I read it on the
please
podcast?
do.
Weird?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I wrote. This is just from the heart. I haven't read it since I wrote it. Learn from our mistakes, not your own. Devour information. Join every Facebook group and read them daily. Take classes, attend conferences, follow every stager you can on social media. Go where realtors are. Learn how they move through their industry. If one stager isn't welcoming, remember he or she is just one person. Know that sharing information won't put you out of business. No one can bankrupt you by knowing how you store a lampshade. Share, and you will get more than you give, I promise. Last but not least, be nice to people.
Mm.
Most of our jobs we got in the beginning were because a stager before us didn't know how to nicely suggest that a painting was distracting and instead called it tacky or something like that. If you're nice, that's half the battle. Recognize that clients are just people and not all are excited to have you there. Not all are excited to sell, but they've put their trust in you. Respect that and honor it with kindness and truth. They are not mutually exclusive.
You just gave me chills because that was like literally everything that Risa embodies
Oh,
in
you're
one
funny.
perfect little
Thank you.
paragraph.
I feel passionately about people getting into this business because it's like, gosh, what other industry can you just like wake up and call yourself a stager and build this amazing business? And I mean, it's just, and it's a new industry. So we're all
Mhm.
creating it as we go. It's so, I'm just so inspired by all of it. I love it so much. I'm so
I
grateful.
love it. Well, that was fabulous advice from
Thank
Ashley. So
you.
take every single word, rewind it, listen to it again, save that little
Maybe I'll post it.
snippet. Yes. Follow Ashley on Instagram. I will drop her social handles down in the comments. And if you ever need advice, she's your girl. She
Tell
loves
me.
mentoring and chatting with stagers. She's not afraid to take anybody's questions. And if you are a part of the Stage It Forward Facebook group, I'm sure you've already experienced that. And I just want to thank you, Ashley. I learned so much about you through reading all of your answers. I know we didn't get to every single question that I had asked you, so maybe I'll put together a blog because you
I could
had a
talk
lot of
all night.
nuggets. I know, and so could I. So I'll have to have you back again, and maybe we could do something in person. Maybe I'll have to come
Oh
and visit the Bay
gosh,
Area, my old stomping grounds.
I love it. Thank you.
All right. Until next time, everybody, take care.